Any other questions? Councilor Kuzanovich.
For me to understand where the proposed site is for this specific dam that is causing this, I guess you would say it's a controversy because, you know what I mean, and I don't like it to be that, but is it not possible to be able to, like I don't know how this all works, but to move it to a different spot, let's say 5 miles this way or 5 that way, or does it have to be right at that spot?
Because of the drop, the head, they call it, is, what I think it's 21 meters. It has to be there, because the kinetic energy that's generated by that drop is what's required to develop the 4 megawatts of power. So you can't, if you moved it upstream, it would have an impact or an effect on the amount of hydroelectricity that could be developed, or similarly downstream. So this is where the proponent, where our partner has said this is the best spot at this particular spot in the river.
And have they said to you, but this is the second best spot, and then this would be this is just it right here, and that's it, that's all? Okay.
They're working through the plan of development right now, so there's obviously options, but I think when you get to the public sessions, all that information will be made available to the general public.
Okay. And have you had a chance, like you seen that there was people here making a presentation and there was a public meeting? Have you had a chance to meet with the people, or has there been any kind of meeting, or is there any kind of communication between the two sides?
No, we emails, yeah. No, but no formal communication, and I know they've had their meetings, and that's fine. They're trying to organize to stop the project. I can appreciate and understand that. And but we, at this point in time, are following the process that is set out by the regulators, and that's, the environmental assessment process. When we do the notice of commencement, as we did with our other projects, there will be a public meeting. I expect to see them there, but prior to that, it's highly unlikely, and it would be highly unusual for us to sit down and talk with them. I mean, we're at this point in time, it's a proponent-led process. The proponent is Woods Power. We're trying to develop a partnership, whether it's a limited partnership or something else that would somehow generate revenues for our two communities. And beyond that, I don't see sitting down in a room debating, rights or policy or anything else like that, because I don't think it's going to get us anywhere. We have to look at this site for our communities respectfully, what it means to our communities, and if it's the right thing for our communities, we'll proceed.
Well, you know what, I think to me, an initial meeting, could be something that there doesn't have to be any debate. You know what I mean? I think it's a matter of two sides sitting down and saying, you guys portray what, the benefits and stuff like that, and then their side, and hopefully this process can start over again, as opposed to it being at the point where it is now. I don't see the reason why there has to be any debate. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see any reason why it would hurt.
Well, the EA process is probably it is an adversarial process, and I think there's no other way to do it. And I'm sorry, but I don't think we'll be sitting down in advance. I think we need to determine what our position is with the developer first. We need to determine whether or not the project is economically viable, and once that's done, we'll determine if the deal is good for us, good for our communities. And once that's done, we'll probably say, okay, go ahead with the notice of commencement and support the project, because without First Nation support, the developer cannot move on this project. That's for sure.
Okay, that's fine, thank you.